Good afternoon. I didn't make it right before noon time. Judy Allen, also known as Nana, here in San Antonio, Texas. Today it's all about beach fun with the July Paper Pumpkin Kit. So, this kit, all the cards are designed for fun folds, which is usually what we do as an alternative with our other kits. So today, I'm going to be showing you how to make a card that is not a fun fold from this kit. Alright, so let's start off recapping what we've already done, and I'll show you what we're going to do. So these are the cards we've already made, and these are fun folds. One's an alternative from the kit already that we did on last Sunday. You can check out our video on YouTube to see it. But you can see these are already fun folds. So it came that way die cut in the kit already. Just going to put these aside so you can see them. Just so you can see. That's how it came. We made it straight from the kit like this. So like I said, normally, this I think was our alternative. Normally, right, we make fun folds from the kit. But this time round, the kit is fun folds. So what we're going to make today is actually another alternative from back of it. So if you get the kits, this is the kit which you get with it. And then on back, so we created this alternative on Sunday. Today we're going to create this alternative, and we're actually going to even modify it so you can see a little bit better. We're going to modify it even a little bit more to it, just it's like it's got a heavy balance there. There you go. So we're going to change it just a little bit more, not a whole lot, okay? So basically all we're doing is this is just your standard card, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I folded it this way lengthwise so we can be able to stand it up like this, like the other cards, okay? This, I just took 1/4 inch down, and it's just going to go over here just like this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this down, and I kept the length, right, because they kept the length in the sample that we're doing, and we're going to do the same thing. So we don't have instructions, right? So it's like you're trying to solve a puzzle, or you're being a detective there, trying to figure out exactly what they did, so you can duplicate what we call casing. Or in this particular case, they gave us the design as an alternative, and we're just going to work with it. Alright, so this is going to go on top, and I'll show you. So yes, be sure to leave comments, because next Friday will be Freebie Friday again. Alright, so this, and I'll show you. I like to show you so you see how we're creating along. I can get the piece of paper back out. Alright, so here's the example. So you can see that we're already looking like that, right? So this is what we're using as our template here. So what they've done is they've taken, these are actually pieces that were already die cut in the kit, and we're just going to take them and we're just going to arrange them on here, okay? Now this is going to go right down here, and this is going to come across. Alright, now as I'm looking at this is the width of both of these, and it looks like in their example it's going to take up the whole, they go from angle to angle. So guess what? We're going to do the same thing, but that means we've got to sort of shorten the length of the side here, which is okay, right? So I'm going to go ahead and put this down right here. Looks like what they did. And I'm going to put this on, I'm just sort of eyeballing it a little bit, right? So if you have to shorten a few things, that's okay. It's not the end of the world. So it looks like that's what they've done, all right? So let's go ahead, we'll put these down. Yeah, so I don't know about you guys, it's still very hot here, but as hot as we think it is, it's going to get even hotter this coming week. And I don't know, some of you guys live in parts where you've got fires or whatever, where we're actually under fire advisories right now ourselves. Not that there is a fire, but there's conditions easily to cause a fire, right? Oh, and at the end, I'm going to tell you who won the drawing from last week. You guys make comments, emojis, or whatever, so you're put in the door prize drawing. Okay, so this here, I'm just taking, so if you see this here, right here, the blue, I'm just going to make sure this covers up so there's none of the background is actually what we call pool party is the color. So I'm just making sure they line up, and I want to make sure I just cover up there so there's no of the pool party showing through. If I can get this down here just right. And I'm going to come across here. Okay, so you can see this is just a little bit wider. So I'm just going to take my paper trimmer. I could use my scissors, but I'm not confident today that I can make a straight line. So I'm just going to take this right here, and I'm going to slide it up here. Let me get it so you can see it. And now all I'm going to do is put this in the trimmer. So it's usually 1/4 of an inch, right? So it looks like this would be 3.5 inches wide. And that's what I'm going to use as my guide. There we go. Because usually a lot of the things they do is in 1/4 inches, okay? So now that means my white is going to be a little bit wider. And see how we're going to like that. We're going to live with it because you know why? I've already glued it down. So we're going to do it just like that. So it's going to be a little bit wider than theirs, okay? It's going to be a little bit wider. And we're going to go ahead and put it down. And then we're going to put we've got the chair that they've used. They've also stamped some words. And so that's what's going to be a little bit different. So theirs looks like they stamped the words. Just a second, I'll show you. Looks like they stamped their words in Versamark and used the white powder for theirs. So if you look at this right here, see the words right here on the cards they done? So see how it's white? So that means they've stamped it and it looks like they've embossed it so that it rises up and it gives you that white bright. I'm not going to do that. I am going to actually stamp mine in the color that paper is, which is looks like Mambo Melody, which matches the flip-flops. And we're going to go ahead and get our chair on here, up here like they did. I'm going to put this up on dimensionals. Now there were not dimensionals in this kit, but if you keep your leftovers from previous kits, you will have some dimensionals, alright? So that's why I tell you, keep all your scraps of stuff from previous kits because you'll have plenty of glue dots. You'll have plenty of dimensionals. These may be too wide. It won't be too wide on top right there. I'll put one at the bottom. So, yes. So keep what you have from your previous kits because it always gives you plenty of extra to use, whether it's bling. And we'll see how this does. If I need to put another one, I will. So we're going to go ahead and put this on here. And we're going to put the flip-flops on here. And then all that we have left. So it looks like they got this right by the sun. Oh yeah, I'm ready to go to the beach. The beach is calling me in all kind of ways. There you go. We're just take the flip-flops here and we're just going to put them to the side. So what I usually do on something like this, I like it because I can do it at an angle like this. So I am going to put a glue dot right here and put a glue dot right there. And that way it'll stay right there and it'll stay at the bottom and it comes at an angle. So it gives it a dimensional effect as well. So I'm just going to put that glue dot right here. And then the other glue dot I'm going to put in the corner of this other flip-flop. And it's going to work. And then we're going to have a finished alternative to the fun in the sun. It makes you, if you're a beach person, to me it makes you long more for the beach, right? And so I'm just going to let it cover just a little bit right there, so it's not going to matter. But see, I still get my dimension. And just to show you, see how I've got my dimension there? So it's a little bit up. So it's going to get a little bit of depth and shadow, so you know you got dimension. And the chair's all up on dimensionals itself. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the actual words that we're going to stamp. And I'm trying to see what I have that is white. Oh yeah, we'll do these. So I'm just going to use the back of one. I really like this. Let's see. Let's use this one because I'm going to use the Mambo ink. We may have to use 2 of them. And we'll trim it out, okay? Because it'll give it a little bit of accent with what I'm going to stamp with. And I'm going to stamp with Sending an Ocean of Love. Because that's what they have that they stamped their alternative with. We could have done any of these, right? The other one that's really cool. They're all cool. I See Brighter Days Ahead. Waving Hello. Wish You Were Here. Relax. Hello Sunshine, right? They're all good sentiments to send to somebody. So, in fact, I know somebody can send these to. So I'm just going to go ahead and stamp this here. And it's going to fit here. Alright? So then you're going to see what I'm going to do from there. To be able to get a similar look. It's not going to be the same as what they did in their alternative. But I'll at least show you what we've done today. And what they did, right? So I'm just going to stamp this. Ink it up really good. You can see got a lot of color there. That's the main thing. And I'm going to stamp it right here. Alright, so the right words are going to come out nice and bright, right? So, we're just going to cut them down. I'm going to set that aside for the moment. And we're going to use our scissors. And we're just going to cut these apart. Because that's basically what they did when you look at this. They separated their words and they just did 1 word and 2 words in one. So we're going to do 2 words at the bottom too. But they cut every word apart. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing. So we're just going to give it a little space between each words. And we're going to work on keeping the white up so we can see it. And they just did every little word separately, and that's easy to do with small dimensionals, right? We got the mini dimensionals here. And again, you can have them left over from kits too. They put them in kits as well. But I'm going to leave my words like this, okay? Because at least it's got a line at the top and bottom, since I didn't use the paper like they did and do what they did. So I'm just going to put, as I said, some small dimensionals on here, and we're just going to put this on here. Now see, it's always funny, I got them right here, they all look the same, right? So I'm just going to do some small dimensionals, because these will fit between all of them. Now on the larger space ones, I'm just going to put the bigger ones. Now if you wanted to, you could take a sponge and do the edges on this if you wanted to. I'm not, but you could, right? It's your card, your options. So I'm going to just do it like this here. So I'm going to have to. It's a little bit larger than theirs because they do theirs real skinny. And I want to get the trim there. And then they said, oh, so they did do 2 words. And ocean. All right. Mine's not going to fit just like that. So ours is just going to come on down. All right. We're going to do an ocean. So ours is going to be a little bit taller than theirs. And I'm okay with that, right? We get to create our way, right? Ooh, you know what's nice though? We'll leave this one flat and we'll bring this one up. It just gives it a nice different look, right? Yeah, so be sure to leave comments and everything else, because next Friday will be Freebie Friday again, where we'll get you to do emojis and all and everything else. And the thing is we'll sit up there and send it out the other way. So I'm just going to put this one up like this. So I'm going to have it up and down. Not all around, but definitely up and down. With about the equal spacing, right? And I'll put this one flat with a glue dot. And this is just a nice simple card, right? Nice and simple. It's an alternative. So everything was in the kit except for the cardstock. Now the cardstock I do. So if you're a customer of mine, part of my team, especially one of the customers, I sit there and send that to you, okay? So I send you coordinating cardstock. So you have it, right? Just to show you some different things. So if you want to make some of the things we do here or some of the alternatives that they show you, that you can do the same thing. And I'm actually gonna just put this one off to the side a little bit because I can, right? Because it's all about just making it fun. Right, so you're gonna send it to somebody that you know loves the beach or maybe loves the outdoor, and you just want to make their day, right? And make their day. So I can think of a number of people that love the beach, including me, right? So there we go. So this is our alternative. All right, so let me show you. Clean my mess here, move it aside. So this is what they have here. Okay, so the main thing different here is our white is a little bit wider, right? We could have trimmed up the whole thing, made everything skinnier, but I didn't. I left it like that. And the difference is here, they use Melon Mambo, it looks like, cardstock, and embossed white letters on it, whereas I didn't have that, and I didn't do that. I just did this here, and I did my words like that. And they did theirs all at the same level, it looks like, and we alternated ours between being raised, lowered, just with glue dot, dimensionals, and just glue dots. Now, the only thing we have left is adding a little bling here. I can't see if they've added bling or not, but we're going to add bling, right? Because we can. So I'm going to put some sparkle right here by these flip-flops. I'm going to put some sparkle on this by the trees here, which looks like a little island. And then I'm going to just give another little sparkle right over here. And the thing with bling is you can add as much as you want. You just want to make sure you add odd numbers. Let's see, it's stuck to me. My fingernails are grown out and it's just stuck to me. So, see if I can have any sticky stuff left by the time I get through messing around my fingernails and my fingers. If not, I'll get another one. Okay, let me get this here. It's okay, right? It happens. It's actually stuck. Did I get it? Yeah, I did. So it's actually sort of clear like, right? So it's even, alright. It's Friday, end of the week. I hope you guys have a great weekend, right? It's all about having fun. So there we go. We got it. Whoop, whoop. It's like a week before our grandkids go to school, so we're trying to wrap up the summer as much as possible. All right, so that is our alternative from today, which we made with some cardstock. So this is what we got today. Whoop, whoop. And this is what they had created here on the back of the instructions for Paper Pumpkin. They always give us some ideas back there for you. And then we show you how to do it just in case you don't know how to get there, all right? So I hope you enjoyed that today, right? It's all about getting together, creating, and having fun. I gotta turn my phone off, that's okay. But it's all about creating, right, sharing, and giving. So go out there and create, share, and give. And I hope you enjoyed it today. If you did, be sure to leave a comment here on Facebook or also on YouTube, an emoji, just some way that we can sit up there and enter your name in the drawing. So next week will be Freebie Friday. So it's all about whatever you post from that video of that day on YouTube or Facebook, as well as anything up to that point will include you, and we'll put you on the wheel of names, let it spin and get a winner. So the winner from last Friday's Freebie Friday making comments that we're going to do, make sure today, is Pat Hoover. So congratulations, Pat. And we will get you the welcome in kit out to you in the mail today. Because I already have your address, lady. All right? Be blessed. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful week. Look forward to seeing you next Friday on Teach Me Nana. Bye.